Well, I wasn't gonna do a video after the quarterfinals. I thought I was gonna wait until, well, before the final, maybe even after. But there's quite a bit of talk about of the Euro 2024 quarterfinals, so here I am. So I'm not really gonna. I didn't. I it wasn't. I'm not gonna do a match by match analysis because, well, I think I'd rather just talk it out from the heart and and just talk about the whole round, Gerald. And yeah, it was Jerry. Yeah, well, I guess it was a mixed bag. I mean, Germany, Spain. You had Germany, Spain, which was truly a really, really good game to watch. Probably one of the best knockout, probably the best game at Euro 2024 so far, in my opinion. Look, I know, people are going to say Turkey and Georgia, but that was a group game, and no disrespect to Turkey and Georgia, but they aren't exactly, they were never really thought to be contenders. This on the hand, Spain, Germany, in recent times they've been, Spain of course Spain won the World Cup 2010, the European Championships 2008 and 2012. Germany, world champions 2014, and always, they're at home, and a pretty successful European, pretty successful in the Euros. And this was a big game, and it was good to see both sides just really going hammer and tongs. Look, I mean, they could have easily done what France and Portugal did, and to a certain extent England didn't, just kind of sit back and wait for a mistake to happen. No, these two went at it hammer and tongs, and it was a great watch. Look, Spain, I think, certainly deserved their lead. They were far the better team than Germany, but Germany, lifted by the Stuttgart crowd and realizing what was at stake, really lifted their game in the, towards the end of the second half, and deservedly got their equalizer. And it seemed like the momentum was with them. It seemed like Toni Kroos was going to get another game at least in his illustrious professional football career. But yeah, then up steps former Newcastle man Mikel Moreno to score, pretty much effectively a golden goal winner for Spain to send. And yeah, just like that, Germany's home European campaign's over. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, a bit of a shock end, I guess. I think everyone had been sort of coming to expect penalties, and in that regard, Germany were the meisters of that. But yeah, look, Spain, I guess I think Spain kind of saved their bacon. I think, look, they also, speaking of which, they kind of saved the manager De La Fuente's bacon, because I wasn't sure whether taking Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal off. Look, I don't know if they had an injury or not, or was it part of their fitness. Yamal's not even 17. How can he be tired? It's such a big, they're two best attacking players, and going for something more, going back to something more conservative when they were only still one. A lot of kind of felt like if Spain had, if Spain had gone on to be knocked out from this game, that would have been like, yeah, that's pretty much a reason to sack De La Fuente. But he moves on. Spain do move on into the semi-finals, and now suddenly they have a really good shot of winning the whole thing. So yeah, congratulations to Spain. Look, I want to talk about France and Portugal because that was diabolical, and we've talked about Ronaldo. Is this really finally in? Who knows? To be honest, I'll be so surprised if it was. England, Switzerland, well, yeah, look, let's talk about England, Switzerland, because yeah, England are suddenly looking German in penalties. Although it has to be said, Switzerland have a terrible record penalty shootout. So let's not jump too hard, because next up it's the Dutch. But yeah, look, England again look 99% of the time terrible. And then yeah, get bailed out by one of their star talents. And look, I guess Bukayo Saka was incredible in this game, and got the goal. It was a truly wonderful goal, and yeah, then scored converted his penalty in the shootout, which is one of the best redemption arcs. You could see the England fans just really on their feet, and it was a bit of a mini Stuart Pearce moment, I guess. Well, I should say opposite Stuart Pearce, because Stuart Pearce pretty much imploded, emotionally after he scored in that 1996 shootout against Spain. Bukayo Saka was quite bit graceful, but acknowledges kind of like, yeah. And, it's kind of like answering all those critics, the horrendous abuse, of course, if you forgot, recall he was racially abused after, as he was one of the 3 players who missed in the penalty shootout against Italy in the Euro 2021 final at Wembley. And, it was just, it is a really, really nice story, along with Ivan Toney for that matter. Of course, he had to serve that ban for gambling. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, who, of course, has also been subject to a lot of abuse by fans, and certainly as a Liverpool fan, I was really pleased that he's, scored that penalty. By the way, Ivan Toney, of course, did not look at the goal. His eyes were fully on the goalkeeper, and as he put that penalty away, that's just so ice cold. Have England become the new Germany? Anyway, then we had Netherlands, Turkey, which definitely the best. Definitely in terms, was as it was was lived up to the fact that it was going to be the most entertaining out of the games. With Turkey taking the lead and then the Dutch coming back. The Dutch are suddenly, after sort of a middling sort of start, the Dutch are suddenly looking really good for making the final. That's got to be one to watch. So you have Spain versus France. France, who still haven't scored a goal from open goal, versus undoubtedly the best team to watch in world football. If I'm perfectly honest, looking at how, the way Brazil are going at the moment, it is really going to be a clash of styles. I think all the football neutrals, the real football fans, really want Spain to kick France's butt, because, let's be honest, France have just not been great to watch. Certainly it will be an interesting clash. That's the first semi-final Tuesday, and then you've got England, Netherlands. Now, hate to say this, but England doesn't have a particularly good record against the Dutch. Look, there was Euro 96, but that was a one-off. I think the last competitive action between the English and the Dutch was the Nations League, which the Dutch beat the English 3-1. But hey, having said that, it is not the most fearsome Dutch team ever, and anything happens. So with this team, who knows? But look, we'll see what happens there. So that my impromptu Euro 2024 thoughts on the Euro 2024 quarterfinal thoughts, and I look to the semi-finals. What are your thoughts? And who is going to win out of the former colonial powers? It's a bit of a funny one, I should say. Yes, I was going to say, this semi-final bracket is, you've got England versus the Netherlands, Spain versus France. They used to, at some stage, colonize half the world. So who is going to come out? We shall see. If you like this video, feel free to like, and don't forget to subscribe. And actually, just a final question. If you're a German, which team are you going to support?